I'm here today to talk to y'all a little bit about some tarot tips, okay, that can be super helpful for you whenever you are just starting out. So, one of the things that I strongly suggest is being able to go and pick out a tarot deck for yourself. Now, I know that there's a lot of superstition around buying a deck for yourself. So if you feel better about having someone else buy you a deck, go for that. That's totally fine. But my personal belief is that you can buy a deck for yourself whenever you want to. So whenever you are in the market shopping for a tarot deck, being able to take some time and really look at the imagery on the cards is going to really be helpful, okay? There are some decks that I have too, that don't really seem to communicate with me very well, okay? There are so many different decks out there, so many interesting artists out there. So being able to find a deck that you really jive with, that you feel connected to, is super important. So I wanted to show y'all my favorite deck right now, and that is the Light Seers Tarot deck, okay? So there's one of the cards there. There's another card there. This is one of the cards that I got the inspiration for my business name, Empress of Wands, so that's kind of funny that that popped up. And one more, one of my other favorite cards right there. So I really like the imagery on this deck. I really like the way that the artist really like modernized a lot of things, really added more diversity to the deck, things like that. So as far as taking care of your deck once you have it, I like to allow my decks to sit on selenite. Okay, so I have these little selenite wands, and that is how I clear the energy on my deck. Okay, so after you find your deck, I always suggest letting it sit by selenite, letting it sit by other crystals that you prefer to use for cleansing. I like to cleanse with incense as well. Like I will hold my deck over the incense as the smoke comes up. Like if the smoke is coming up here, I would hold my deck over it and kind of cleanse it in that way. There are other ways to cleanse your deck, of course. It's just kind of all about finding what is going to work best for you. So once you have your deck and you have cleansed it, then it's time to start playing with it, okay? So whenever I first get a deck, I like to ask it, what is the work we are going to do together? So let's just pretend that I just got this deck, okay? So what work are we going to do together? All right, I'm going to stop shuffling now. Let's see what we get. Oh, we are going to be working on really noticing, really taking notice, really diving into the things that I think, or the things that the universe thinks are missing from my life. So that's really exciting. I like to ask it questions like that so that I know the vibe of the deck. Like that's another one we can ask. What is the vibe of this deck? I'm not going to shuffle very long because I want to be respectful of your time. What is the vibe? Oh, a little lack of balance, a little lack of peace, to put it lightly. But I can definitely tell you this deck will call you out. So that's what I love about this deck, okay? At least that's what it does with me. So, being able to interview your deck, so to speak, is really important. So once you have chosen a deck, once you have cleaned and cleared that deck, and then once you kind of get to know your deck a little bit, then you're ready to start doing readings, okay? So the last tip that I have for you, whenever you are starting to do readings for yourself, or if you are doing readings for other people, I understand that there are serious questions, okay? People come in with very serious questions, or, we are going through something, so then we are asking serious questions. Whatever it is, try not to get so wrapped up in the seriousness of it all, okay? Being able to find a way or find time to have fun is going to take you far in learning tarot, okay? So I would love to know, what deck are you currently working with? How do you choose to cleanse your decks? What kind of vibe does your deck have currently that you're working with? And what has been one of the most influential cards from that deck that you have pulled for yourself? Now, influential could mean the Tower popping up multiple times, but it could also mean, me seeing the Eight of Pentacles multiple times, okay? So let me know in the comments, and I will see y'all next time with our next tip. Thank you so much for watching.